All right, hello everyone. Welcome to week 3 of our lower body strength and conditioning, this training block. We are warm by now, so we're going to get you started first off with talking about the specific equipment, which is the same as last week, if you remember, which is going to be our towel, my dumbbells, and I also have this here stool that we are going to be using for those step ups that we found out that we love. Maybe not. That's okay. We're going to do them anyways. So let's get you started today with talking about the theme that we're following, which is a combination of the last 2 weeks, an eccentric and a pause. We're going to add them together, starting off with that single leg deadlift. So what we want is our weights. Today we're going to hold one weight in each hand. So we have weights on both sides. Softening. We go 1, 2, 3 seconds down. 1, 2, 3 seconds at the bottom, and then we're going to stand up to the top. That's 1 rep. We are doing 6 of these on each side. So we really want to make sure that we're taking our time in that lowering and in that pause. We can even challenge ourselves and try to do 4 seconds, because again, we're only doing 6. So 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. With this one, we are doing our infamous hamstring towel curl. So if you have a towel, if you have a floor that slides, we're laying on our back, pulling in that towel towards our butt. If you don't have that situation, then you can lay on your tummy, hold your dumbbell between your feet, and curl up to 90 degrees. The other way that we can do this, which we talked about before, but not in a bit, is doing our extended hip bridge. So I walk my feet away, and then I bridge my hips up and down, which is going to, again, give me that hamstring focus. Today we're doing 10 reps in that one, okay? Any one of those versions, the curl, the dumbbell curl, the bridge, whatever it is, we're doing 10 reps total. And once we're finished that, we will take some rest. We'll take that 30 to 45 seconds that we know that's going to help us be stronger in our next 3 sets, because we have 4 rounds total of these 2 movements. All right, so you know what to do. I'll see you back here for part 2. All right, nice work, everyone. So we are here in our starting off with our second superset. We're going to need some space on the floor as we are working with a slider reverse lunge. So we're going to get you going here with our towel here underneath one foot. We're going to do our same eccentric pause focus. So we want 1, 2, 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then we pull up to the top. For this one, we're doing 8 of these on each side. So again, 1, 2, 3, and then we pause without that knee on the floor. We want to make sure it's hovering, and then we pull ourselves up to the top. We'll be going through 8 over here, 8 over here, and then we're going to front load, go into those sumos, where all we want is a pause, and we're going to hold here for 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, this set's going to take you a while because of this slow pause. We want to make sure that we have our knees being pushed up to the side, and we're doing 8 reps in that one as well. 4 rounds total. We will not take any rest. So we'll finish those sumos, and we'll go right into our second set, right into our third, right into our fourth, and then we can move on, okay? So pause, and I will see you back here. All right, everyone, nice work. So we are back up in it for our last and final part, which is going to incorporate that step, that stool, starting off with some step ups. Now we're going into an alternating step up. So we want to start off at the top. Again, we have the option, get a little cut off here, to hold weights in our hands, or we can do this unloaded. We come down to the bottom, step up, and switch at the top. That's 2, switch. Every time we switch is 1, 3, switch, 4. We're doing 20 reps total of these ones. So again, we can hold weights down by our sides, whatever floats your boat. That is our first one. Second one, we're going to get that timer out once again, or we'll get it out to begin with, and do our wall sit that we've had lots of practice with over the past few weeks. So we're going into that wall sit, holding it for 1 minute. Now, if you want to make this a bit harder today, what we're going to do is narrow out our feet and try to add in these leg extensions, where we're extending one leg and then the other leg, and work with this one for 1 minute. If you don't have a wall, we can hold the squat and we can add these little pulses in for that similar effect on the quads. That would be 1 set. We are doing 3 rounds of this. So we have 20 step ups, 1 minute of a wall sit, no rest, okay, except, the time it takes you to get going on your second set. We will try to limit that as much as possible and do 3 sets total, okay? But that's not it, because we have our conditioning work. But I need you to get that done first. So pause, and I'll see you back here for the conditioning. Oh, okay, everyone, nice work. So we are going to finish you off with this conditioning work, which today is Tabata style. We're going to be working with the Tabata 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We don't need any equipment. We just need this number one piece of equipment, our body, and of course our timer, which we're going to go ahead and set right now for 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We have 3 movements, but we're going to do each of them one at a time, 8 sets of them before we move on to the second movement. That being said, I am going to talk about all 3, so hopefully you can remember them. If not, you can always scroll back here and listen in to what they were. Starting off with the first one is our squat jumps. So we're going to get ourselves into our squat stance. For 20 seconds, we're going to do as many of these squat jumps as we can. Getting them done, pushing ourselves as fast as we can, resting for 10 seconds. You can take a few breaths, do a few of these, think about how much your legs are burning, and then we're going to go right back into the squat jumps. Again, 8 times in a row. Now it sounds like a lot. It's going to take you 4 minutes. And then you're going to be done the squat jumps, okay? So that's going to be our first one. Once we're finished that, we have 2 minutes of rest, all right, which you can set on your timer. You can put in your interval timer as like the cool down, or you can simply just set a timer for 2 minutes. Then you'll be back for pulsing lunges, where we're going to step back and pulse. We can either jump and switch, or we can simply step forward and switch, because we're going to be doing that again for 20 seconds on, resting for 10, 8 sets in a row, okay? Last and final one is going to be a hip bridge down on the floor. So this one's all about the burning glutes, a little bit more than the actual conditioning and cardio itself. It's going to help you sort of bring your heart rate down. We're going to push our back into the floor, bridge our hips up and down for 20 seconds. Now, I want to challenge you guys and see if you can hold for 10 seconds. If that's too much, or if it gets too much as you go through your 8 sets, you can always relax your hips. But by holding there, you'll feel what happens. It is no joke, to say the least, okay? So that's going to be our last one. That one there should cool you down quite a bit. That being said, if you need a little bit more time to sort of come back to normal before you complete your stretches, feel free to do so, okay? So there you have it. Tabata, squat jumps, pulsing lunges, hip bridges, and then scroll down, find your stretches, and you are done for the day, done for the week. And I will see you guys next week. All right, get it done.